What in the world is going on? We'll talk about that today on Bible Time. Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining me for Bible Time. Hey, I was thinking about something. A lot's been going on in a lot of churches. A lot of good and a whole lot of bad. Now, because I just said that, you may start to throw rotten tomatoes at me. But let's face it, a lot of churches, whether you agree with it or not, are not following biblical mandates, biblical standards, biblical concepts that much any longer. Some churches are, but a lot of churches aren't. So we'll just take that now and kind of set that aside. But churches are diminishing. Membership is diminishing. Fewer people are going to church. More people are worshiping online now. Not more than are in the church, but just there's a lot, since 2020, there's been a big boom of people worshiping online. So it prompted the question for me, what changed? What's going on? And this is what I came up with, what the Lord led me to. So I'm not going to defend this. I'm just stating this, and I'm not defending because I haven't researched it enough. So don't attack me and tell me how wrong I am. I mean, you can, but I'm just not going to defend it. Attack me all you want, but I'm not going to fight back. Just pray about this thought, this concept that the Lord gave me while talking to a friend. So Jesus died, 33 AD is the accepted date. Not quite 500 years later, the church that had started at that time, the Apostolic Church, the first century church, went through a big change. Constantine, Emperor Constantine, instituted the institutional church, where it was the kind of like the church setup that we know of today in a lot of ways. No, not so much the first century gathering together in homes and things like that, but more of a building with a hierarchy and all that. About 500 years after that, roughly, again, it's not 500 exactly. It was, years before, years after the 500 mark. And it always took a little bit of time to really formulate. So it puts us roughly around the 11th century. So 5th century and then the 11th century. So that it may seem like 600 years, but again, it was just after that 500-year mark. The Gregorian reforms, huge changes in the Catholic Church. I mean, incredibly huge changes that just shaped the future of the church. Great big change. Let's go 500 years later to the year 1519, November. A man named Martin Luther takes this 99 Thesis and pounds it on the door of a church, which in a sense started the Protestant Reformation. It's been 500 years. That was the anniversary of that was in 2019. COVID was in 2020. We're in 2025. Things move a lot faster now than they ever have before. I mean, if we look at the timeline, it's going to be something like, it's very logarithmic. Is it possible that God is doing another incredibly big change? I believe that if the Lord will tarry long enough, 20 to 30 years from now, churches, 20 to 30 years into the future, are going to look so much different than they do now. And keep in mind, they've looked this way, at least in the Protestant churches, for about 500 years, or 400 to 500, because it took some time to form the Reformation. What's the church going through? Is your church ready? Are you ready for change? Are you holding on to tradition and watching people walk out the door? Is your church ready for a change? Just think about that. Give it some thought. That's your Bible time for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you again all real soon. God bless.